things are going well. The token sale has completed. Obviously, as you know, we're developing really, really quickly when it comes to the actual platform. Our new payment processing partner, which I don't want to reveal to everybody, they're an award-winning payment processor, and we're just I'm staggered by the ability they have to get these payments anywhere in the world in any currency we need. It's been awesome. So really amazing. So I'm glad that we could take the time as well. And I thought I'd just pick your brain a little bit about supply chain, just because it is such a vast field, obviously, and everyone has sort of their perspective on supply chain and how they see it's important in today's day and age, and being optimized basically, and increasing the world. Global GDP is one thing, but also be able to interconnect all these different countries and people is also very important as well. So how did you get any get interested in supply chain in general, and also a blockchain based project?
Look, I guess it's one of the ones where it's a good example of where blockchain can work, So, it's, I guess, there's been a bit of a feeling that there's a gold rush and that everything can be tokenized, but not everything can be tokenized. But on the other hand, this is actually an example where blockchain can work, does work. I mean, and we're already going down that path with, parcel tracking and things that already, it's maybe been partially embraced. So this is actually a sector that is a very logical sector for something like what you guys are offering. So I think in that way, we're beyond use cases, and we're into a situation where some people, it's the right technology for the right time now, and I guess the technology is caught up with the theoretical capacity of it. So that's why you guys are a good fit. And this is the thing, it isn't just enough the team or the product; it has to be the right fit for the right and to solve the right pain points. So all of those line up to tick the box, and therefore, that's why you had a good, successful campaign from my perspective anyway,
Yes, definitely. We're super excited about that, and you're right. Like the technological advancements within supply chain, even before this whole blockchain eruption that we've had now, is staggering as well. They're able to track packages anywhere around the world with these legacy systems, and we're actually incorporating a lot of those technologies that are catching up technologically within our smart contracts as well. So we're taking advantage of those systems out there. So pretty amazing. Now, one thing that I found was unreal was we're doing like you mentioned, that the use cases out there, that they're so obvious, so there's billions of them you can kind of put together. So one of the demos we're doing is actually for a country overseas, and they're having issues with their bank transfers, basically getting in their currency, and they've actually switched over fully to cryptocurrency for a Nigerian business, actually, which is rare in Nigeria. So we're doing sort of.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, because we're still, if you have the experience of migrating cryptocurrency into traditional fiat, and the difference in speed, transaction costs, it's a logical add-on to the service that you do. That if you can bring the payments into that area too, then it's a better experience for the user, and therefore I think the users are going. It's almost a no-brainer, because otherwise you go back to fiat, you go to bank transfers, and even in the last 6 months, we've had SEPA transfers from the US to Europe, and it's got lost because someone didn't fill the form in correctly.
Simple as that.
These are all the things that hopefully with the blockchain-based system we can avoid this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I feel like you look at the entire supply chain sort of system, and you look at all the different bottlenecks and what's kind of slowing down the supply chain, and whether if it's the payments or if it's compliance documentation, whatever. That's kind of what we're tackling, and look at all those bottlenecks and try to open them up a bit, and basically get the GDP to increase exponentially based on that as well. So I wanted to ask you kind of a general question. How did you yourself, I know our community is dying to know this as well. What is the first interest that you took to get into involved in this space in blockchain itself?
Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess a nice thing is that we write about tech. So we write about drones, we write about AR, VR, all sorts, and then also we get sent a lot of cool books to review. So we got sent the Don Tapscott and Alec Tapscott book called Blockchain Revolution. So that was written and published in 2015. So I'm sure it was researched in about 2014, and that was very much Blockchain for Dummies, although that's another book as well. But the thing is, in that they sketch out real world use cases in land rights, music ownership, and other areas where blockchain can do better than what we have. So therefore, it was on our radar, and we were watching it in 2015. And then even, like I saw a lot of big Deloitte and Accenture set up innovation labs and incubators through 16 and maybe 17. So you could see that they knew that it was good, but they weren't really sure in what way it might be good or beneficial.
How to use it, yeah, exactly.
So then I guess by the latter half of 2017, then a lot more ICOs start happening. And then you can see that, and guys like you, it's so liberating that if your idea is right, you can raise the money in 3 months. Whereas before, it would have been 2 years. The idea could have been great. Say like even Airbnb, they went through multiple fundraising, a lot of the time, maybe 10 years to get the funding they needed. Whereas now, if your idea is right, you could probably raise the funds that you need in 3 months or even 12 months with a series of subsequent ICOs perhaps. So it allows the crowd to validate your idea much faster,
Oh, no, exactly. And we're obviously very excited about that. And it gives the ability to develop this amazing product that we're putting together. So, there's other projects out there within the space that don't need the funding, right? So it kind of puts you in the same sort of level playing field where you have the funding now to put the money to development and push it forward with a focused project sort of thing. So, yeah, we're super excited about that, and super excited to have you on board as well. And throughout this, entire development process, we will continue to, discuss the new breakthroughs that were coming through. I'm excited to, demonstrate it for you personally, but for everybody in the community as well. How the payment system is going to work and how smooth it's going to be. The compliance documentation. Auto figuring all the duty taxes all around the world. It's just really awesome putting all those APIs together. So I'm going to get back to it. Obviously, I just wanted to touch base with you and, get a couple of words from you as well, and, see you as well and make sure everything's going well, which it obviously is. So thanks for taking the time today as well, Phil. Okay,
cool. Thanks very much. You're welcome. Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Simon. And we'll be talking soon, and I'll be emailing you shortly, I'm sure.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.